Hey everyone, David Adams here, giving you my director's commentary. So this video was very fun for me to make, but along the way there were a few hiccups and issues. So one issue is the fact that my house that I'm shooting in is extremely small. So I typically have the camera up against one wall, and we're, as the actors, are up against the other wall because that's all the room I really have. And I had to move stuff out of that way for the living room area just to be able to get back enough to sit here. Second big issue was day one of me setting up my camera gear. For my first shot, I blew one of my 3 lights, which is why I couldn't properly backlight any of my characters the way that I wanted. Because I plan on rotoscoping them out, which is pretty easy if they're backlit because you have that good definition. So that caused me to have to go through and change how I shot things. Like that shot, I was acting with the devil, and the angel was the fake person, so he shot by himself. But then as the scene comes up, I walk out, I realize that I couldn't rotoscope and cut myself out easy enough. So I just reshot this scene, but this time I brought the angel in so I could walk in front of him, and this time the devil was the one who I added. So I had to change it up back and forth all the way through the videos, just depending which shot that I was on for who I need to interact with.
It's going to take me like 3 hours anyway.
One fun thing about the devil and the angel, Adam Montera, is I gave him very little guidance. He had his lines and he had his personalities. And I gave him the shirts for his wardrobe, but everything else that he did was on him. How he acted, how he said his lines, the fact that in every scene they're holding something, that was all him. He was the one who helped create his own characters, which I enjoyed him doing that. He was really fun to work with. Other than the fact that I found so many popcorn pieces in my couch for weeks and weeks afterwards. Started getting some ants. One of the other issues that I had while shooting this was the fact of making sure that the angel and the devil worked well per scene. So that was me having the lights set up and then doing the shot without moving the camera, then bringing the angel in, standing off screen, reading his lines so that he could react with himself while no one was there. This scene right here was also hard because I didn't read the lines with the angels, which is why it had that weird cut come in, because the camera actually cuts off, and if you paid attention, you would have seen part of his arm just disappear from the shot for no reason. So the issue with that is sometimes that the characters would be overlapping and it wouldn't work properly. So every scene that I shot, I would shoot that one scene 3 times per person, and then I would go through, edit it together before we would move to the next scene. So that was very time consuming for me versus editing later. I literally had to edit each scene as I went through. It was also very difficult paying attention to what each person was doing for the continuity of the different shots, because you're having to pay attention to 2 different scenes that were merged together and trying to keep those continuity between all the filler shots in between. So that part was very difficult for me to do as well, especially since I was in all of the videos. I think Montera did a great job acting here, but I think that as a director I could have done a few things better, made the script a little bit better, make a little bit better sense, but the original script that I had, we went off the rails a little bit, so I edited everything. So these specific shots right here of him saying things, because he started going off the cuff and like trying to make it his own character, I had to have him come back the next day and just shoot these shots of just him, so that way the dialogue would actually make sense, because it started getting all over the place at the very end. Now this entire thing where he's like, let me be Frank, and then he impersonates the character, I picked the names all the way through just because I wanted to put that one pun in there. That was actually one of the first shots that I had when I thought up my script. Before I thought of like how the actual ending was, I just thought of how to put this one pun in the joke, which my wife hates me for all the puns that I make. It's actually great. I love it. Also, I promise I did feed my actor. He just enjoyed eating all the food in my house. But that was it. All of my hardships and troubles along the way. But all in all, I was actually very happy with how this video turned out.
That's a real thing of beauty right there.